Do you know how rain begins? It begins when water vapor attaches to a speck in the atmosphere, could be dust or ash. It condenses, naturally, because it's cold up there. It's so cold that it often freezes, forming tiny crystals. If these crystals get heavy enough, they fall to earth. During the descent, if the air remains cold enough, 32 degrees Fahrenheit or colder, we get snow. But here in Texas, we usually get rain. My mom grew up in Texas, born and raised. With her snow-white skin, blonde hair, and ice-blue eyes, you could say she is as Texan as they come. But she is Texan by birth and looks alone. She is not the hot-blooded, fiery-tempered, wild woman of the West that the stereotypes might lead you to believe. I do remember a time when my mom allowed her rage to ravage our home as well. My older sister got the worst of it. The oldest child always does. It takes parents a little while to figure things out. By the time I was in elementary, my mom had learned that if both my parents stormed uncontrollably, we would all drown. My mom learned to cool her atmospheric temperatures so that her precipitation fell as snow. She was caring and loving and supportive, but only up to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, she would freeze, shut down. I remember once I looked over at her during one of my father's tantrums. She looked in my direction. Our eyes met, but she did not see me. There was no wordless exchange, and it felt like abandonment to me. She possessed inside herself a cellar where she could escape to during his storms, but she forgot to take us with her. In her shelter, she couldn't see the violent, rotating column of fear swirling inside my soul. I guess it makes sense. The dry cool of her cellar was the perfect place to maintain her low temperature. She had to do it, you see. She had to snow, or the house would flood. You question things like I do. So I know you're asking yourself, why didn't she just take you kids and leave? She didn't have to stay. It's true. And quite honestly, I begged her many times to do just that. But she couldn't. Fear, I believe, was the culprit. It usually is. I spent most of my life angry at my parents for the damage they caused. But then, I had you.